be fine, but let's see. Hello. Yes, we are. Are we? Says we are. Yeah, we are live. Let me get the Twitch notifier. And here we are. So, welcome to the winners final of the Supernova 16 tournament, the second to last race match. There is, of course, the grand final, and there's a few, I think around 4 OTAs that still need to happen on the lower end, a bunch of which will be happening tomorrow. However, that is for the future. We have a match taking place in the present, and it is between the two players which has so far never lost and meet themselves here. Um, Neither of them will be able to speak. However, I will introduce them. On the left, we have Karin, Japanese runner, in the latest match, won 3-2 against Oslice, and Xandrey, which hasn't played in this tournament in a while, on the right. However, in the last match, he did win 3-1 against Benner. Um, Xandrey usually does respond through the chat, so I guess just hello. How are you doing? Doing good. Um, I guess how are you feeling into this match? Are you nervous? Do you think you've got a strong opponent ahead of you? For sure. A bit nervous. I mean, yeah, it is of course, into the final stages. Um, I don't know. I guess how much Mario have you been playing lately? Because I don't know. You don't like stream much, so like it's kind of difficult to know sometimes how well practiced. We used to say that like a few days ago. A lot. Other than that, haven't played much. Like in the past month. All right, that's interesting. There are, of course, very varied ways to look at it. Some people don't think Rust exists, and some people think they gotta de-rust and all that stuff. All right, Andrew thinks you de-rusted. Well enough. I don't really think I have another question. There's not too much there's not too much I've got to say. And we are already past 11 a.m. so Eastern, so we should be able to start here soon if you runners are ready. Um, it is of course best of five, so it could go on for a bit here. I'll ask it in chat. I guess they're both. They seem to be both on file select. Karen is typing. Andrew's ready. Karen's ready. All right. I will do the countdown. I'll do it both in chat and speaking. We will begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck to both runners. And here we go. They begin. Let's grab Karin audio. I didn't do that earlier because Karin sometimes speaks in the stream. So, hello. Welcome in to the Mario. I'm going to lower up the audio a little bit because it's a little quiet. So, we have here a clash of titans. Welcome everyone into what could be an absolutely really good race here. These two runners, they have everything in the cards to make an absolutely all-star match. So yeah, hello to everyone. I know some people might be coming in from the Karin stream. I don't know how to say hello in Japanese. But so welcome in. Now, what is the preview for this match? Karin has the ability to get really good times in the early stages of the tournament. Definitely managed to do it. However, does seem to maybe suffer from a little bit of nerves every once in a while. Oh no, xandrey out of LBOJ, and therefore, you know, in the later stages, has seemed to have some trouble with runs. xandrey was a little bit of the opposite thing. Seemed to not perform so convincingly in the earlier stages, but however, still managed to get by them because the opponents were easier. However, did manage to slowly but surely step up to the task as the rounds went on, getting stronger and stronger, and eventually defeating some very strong opposition in the last few rounds. Defeated Spanner, which is of course 15-1X, and Benji, which we all know Benji. So yeah, some very strong opponents were defeated. However, here, Ken, which is a few seconds ahead on the video feed because, I don't know, just started the run at a slightly different moment. So yeah, make sure to look at the timers to properly know what's up. Does seem to manage to have the early lead because Andrew screwed up that OBJ. It wasn't that bad, as we noticed. It's only a little gap. However, it will definitely be a bit of a move that will put Karin in the early lead. Didn't screw up in the Dark World, neither of the two runners. So we're already starting off with some pretty good quality, I'd say. xandrey, one of the elite group of runners to be in the 14 club. Managed to reach that PB, that time, using some unbelievable strats, which, of course, unlikely to ever see in a race environment. So it's a deal where, yes, Karin's PB is a 15:25, but if Karin can just churn out times close to PB, but not quite, then it's going to end up pretty close to xandrey, because xandrey, of course, yes, you get a 14:56, but that requires absolutely perfect gameplay with some strats that just wouldn't be confident to get in such an environment like a race. However, so far, doing very well there. xandrey getting saw. Karin having, meanwhile, done a pretty good texture. Just a little bit ago, getting a good outlast there as well. It's all going pretty well for the runners here as of right now, which means King gets to keep the lead. Then he needs to somehow on strats try to recoup this for now. However, it won't certainly be out of Wom's Fortress. Karen's going to leave it at 4:31. Oh, a little bit of sloppy movement. Oh, xandrey also with a little bit of sloppy movement. The camera not quite letting him wall jump. The word is all fine. Is heading to basement here for both runners. We're carrying a little bit in the lead. Both runners from pretty much opposite sides of the world, if you really think about it. They are two countries that are very, very far away. Let's see here. Pillarless from Karin. It's a little bit of an awkward bomb angle. However, really good at managing to hold that and still find the angle into the pyramid. And it was really fast as well. Oh, here's xandrey. Fly Guyless attempt. Doesn't seem like that's right. No, in fact, it isn't. And dying. Yeah, there we go. Lost too much speed, I think, in the slide kick. Didn't quite work out. And that is a gambit that didn't pay off there for xandrey. Gonna set him back even more. That trap would have brought back a bit of valuable time, but sadly he's only lost some time. Karin now has a lot more to work with in terms of a lead, because before it was rather narrow. One mistake and you're out of there. Now you can probably afford one. There goes xandrey taking in the normal bird start. Doing the normal strat with the fly guy. And claiming the 6th star. It's Karin's in lethal lava land. Interesting stage. Now here. Both with a pretty sync star grab, however, we're carrying a full star ahead there. Heading into, I'd presume, red coins? Yeah. Karin so far has been a lot cleaner in the early game. In the first run so far than prior against Oatslice, where Karin started off with some slippery slopes and ended up going down by 2 points before eventually managing to get it together and taking advantage of some potential not so great Oatslice runs in race like 4 and stuff, letting it, well, no, I think it was race 3. Karin managed to crawl it back and get the reverse sweep, which was very exciting to see. However, of course, you do not want to be in that position many times, so winning the first point would be really big news to at least start off better than I was the other time. So far, it is all going according to plan. Another one of those somewhat synced star grabs. However, 8:30, 4:35 exit from LLO into Hazy Maze Cave. It is all going well for the Japanese runner. With that 15:25 that lies. xandrey also heading into HMC, I think a solid 30 seconds. If difference between the two. It is not a lead that can be directly recovered by just being better. So kind of have to hope there on Karin. Just play the good Mario and move along. I see upslide. There, well, xandrey did a very weird route to Watch for any rocks. I don't know if the camera didn't turn and was actually going for emergency exit or something. I don't know what's up. It was a little awkward jumping on the sides and stuff. What do you wait? Oh yeah, sorry. Xandrey's screen disappeared for a moment. There we go. Emergency exit. There we go. Nice. Very well grabbed there by Karin. Who is now at around 10:22, leaving the main star grabbing portion of a run. Mip's grab is normal. It's solid. There you go. So far, this run is going spectacularly. It's for sure even PBable with the correct ending. Oh my. Oh, that's not great. There we go. Still managing to get a really good clip after talking to the door. Could have been dramatically slower if we need to reset that up, or Karin managed to do it without resetting it up. So it manages to save it a little bit despite a few lost seconds. Xandrey with the punch grab. Very well done. Karin with the chip clip. Very well done. It's overall very high quality Mario being played here. So far. Oh, Xandrey. That's almost legendarily fast. However, Mips wasn't quite in the right spot. So, losing time because of that. Solid front sub from Karin. Xandrey also not getting Mips in the right spot there. Harsh Mips clip out. Gonna lose some time. And the ball is all in Karin's court. All it's got to do is not decimate to one of the few obstacles remaining in the run, although they are somewhat difficult. I don't think this gets the cycle, does it? Oh, it surprisingly does. It was a little bit of a slow movement towards the increasing platform. There we go. Absolutely a lethal ground pound. Not in the place you want it because it absolutely ruins your setup. Still tried it. Got burned. Gonna lose some time to it overall, but that is definitely allowable. There is a big gap between the two runners right now, which is gonna save him significantly. Xandrey getting pole glitch at least might be able to wrap up some time with that. This Karin did heal, is allowed to take this damage boosting approach to the Bowser fight. Oh, Xandrey tried for ultimate, didn't work. Needs to save this one. Quickly moving. There we go. Well done. To at least save the cycle. The stream looking good. It says I haven't lost frames, so I think the internet's doing fine. There we go. Here we head into the backwards long jumps. For Karin, one of the last few things that could pose a potential problem. Of course, can't screw them up too much. Sometimes it can be really mean. Let's see. Oh, no. Didn't quite. A little too late. There on the stairs. Couldn't get the speed required in such a short amount of time. That is one of the worst cameras I've ever seen attempting a BOJ at. What is that? Not good. Needs to get it soon enough. Absolutely scanned out of that one as well. Hold on. Here the tides start to turn. It has to be soon. And then you start getting nervous. And here comes Xandrey. Oh my god. And there we go. Karin gets through the door right before it keeps the lead. Can Xandrey get it though? Oh, can for sure. Absolutely lethal bonk falling off the stair. Oh my god. The runners have somewhat been even that if you remember that Karin's ahead on the feed. There you go. Karin clips up. 14:45, 14:43. Xandrey's actually ahead. How has this happened? that is the fate of the backwards long jump. They are synced, but that means Xandrey's 3 seconds ahead if they're synced. Xandrey goes for a riskier triple jump, gains some time from it. However, it does screw up a little bit more on those platforms and loses some time, saves some more of that triple jump. Here we're heading into the right sides respectively. Xandrey gets it really well. Karin also gets it really well. Xandrey goes for the cool ending. It doesn't, I mean, it mostly doesn't work. It still goes quite well. It goes better than Karin's, which does it safer and goes in the pipe with a lead. This could be an absolutely wild point regrab by one moment. Oh my. All Xandrey has to do is not miss a throw. There's throw number 1. Here we go. Oh, screwing up the regrab. Loses some time to that. Needs to respin Bowser. At least gets throw number 2, even if by the absolute slightest margin. And there we go. That's going to be throw number 3. That is super close race at the end of it, but the BOJs cost hard. It was an absolutely unbelievable run. However, trying to BOJ at weird angles, BOJ late, and there we go. 1609, 1615, I guess. And that is one of the Xandrey. Oh my. Really? Let me hit him up. Hello? Oh, your timer started late. Oh. I mean. Wait. For saying the nice. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So, Xandrey's timer started late. They're synced, which means that. Wait, but can on Twitch? Don't I mean can? Wait. Yeah, let me check when they started. Hold on. Please tell me we have instantaneous votes. Okay, we do. Alright, yeah, time to check for the technicality to see if there's any big change. Hold on. Because they didn't check when they started. Xandrey started like a second earlier. Ish. And they ended synced. Not really that synced. It was like a few seconds. They did end synced. Xandrey still ended like a few seconds ahead. Alright. Alright, let's. Gotta quickly confirm. So hold on. Point retracted for the second being. Just to make sure. I think Xandrey wins this. Because, like. Yeah, we should be good. Or should we? This is tough. Hold on. It's official retiming time. So we got. Hold on. Yeah, we're doing. I don't have any tools for this technology. Alright, so. And then we wrapped up at. Hold up. I'm a little confused about which one is with. Yeah, I was not ready for retyping this complex. I was not ready for this retype, bro. I really wasn't. Nah. Because the problem is, I think on my stream I had the Karin timer slightly a few seconds behind. It's like a stream feed. Because I had to resync it. So that's a issue I'm having. That's what I'm currently worried about. Apologies for the inconvenience. We just do have to make sure that the correct person gets the point. There's a little bit of a mess happening with the time. Okay, so alright, so that is that. And then here I show you what I'm doing, but again I don't have that set up. So and then how does Andrew's timer set? Hold on. Oh, I started at like 1 second. So that would lose him like 6 seconds. Okay, so Karen's timer when file select was at 8, and Andy's timer at file select was like a 2, like when transitioning into the intro. So that theoretically means there should be 6 seconds of gap, which theoretically means they die. Nah, what do you mean? Nah. My man. No, actually, I think it's like. No, wait, hold on. I think it's 7 seconds. I think Karen might win. I think. Because it's like. Hold on, I'll send screenshots, right? Of how I'm thinking this works, right? Because, like, I'm doing some weird thing. Yeah, it's not very professional retime. But like basically, you see this? This is like around the same like frame-ish, because it's when the screen faced away, right? So your timer, Xandrey's timer should be the same because it's the same exact thing we're grabbing, which is Discord. So that one shouldn't be off sync. Did it end accurately? I should make sure. I think Karin might have ended the timer late, now that I think about it. Wait a minute. Or maybe not, actually. No, 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 no. I mean, it ended late if you look at the feed, but it might not be because capture cards and shit. Ugh. That's really hard to say. All right, yeah. Basically, what's going on? If someone's not understanding, is basically it is very close, which means that it is difficult to tell because Andrew started the timer late and Ken's timer has some weird anomalies, probably because of capture card. So it's a little bit difficult. Xandrey says that Karin wins. I also do believe that because it's like around 7 seconds ish the gap, so it should be around that point. I mean, I don't know. I remember someone once had a like capture card that was 1 second delayed, and then this place looked really off. So your run was retimed to 1660. Wait, what was Karen's run? I mean, the timer does say 1650, and yeah, so. And it's slow. Alright, alright, so. Look, how about this? Yeah, I think more parties than not say that Karen got the point. I think, because I think it should be that by like a second. And then, yeah. So, alright. It has officially been given. Okay, GG. That was very close. I cannot lie. Either way, Andrew, you need to do the video again because it's gone. Alright, welcome back. We're back. So, alright, let's set up for race 2 because that took a while. We'll ask if we're ready. To see if Karen's ready. Okay. So, we'll begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck. Right, here we go. Race 2 has been booted up between Karin and Xandrey. Super close. Race 1 went down to the wire. Some weird timers made it look like Xandrey had won by a few seconds. However, that was not the life. Karin has since grabbed the point off of the retiming madness. As far as my way of retiming goes, I think Karin won. As far as Xandrey's way of retiming goes, Xandrey thinks Karin won. So I think the most unanimous thing is that that point goes to Karin. So hopefully things will be. Yeah, it's just more normal. I was wondering because like the Twitch person is usually behind, so I was confused how Karin was ahead originally. Um, However, I just went with it to be honest. Where yeah, now the timers should be correct with how they work in reality. So yeah, apologies for the slowdown there, the confusion, the mess that was caused. But we are back, and so far the two runners have done well in the initial minute and a half. Xandrey has to maybe, you know, be a little bummed out to not have won that because of course point was originally assigned to Xandrey before getting it taken out for probably a second or less. So super close. It's, you know, and it all comes down to little moments, and you need to not be afraid, you know, not start thinking like, oh, was it because I didn't grab Bowser and he hit me, and then that was all that it took, and now I lost the point, and like, yeah, it all starts falling back, right? So that has to get out of your mental and lock in on the Mario. But so far, both runners are doing very well. As usual, Karen's Dark World just seems to be a little faster in general than most runners that we see here. They just kind of end up Bowser Dance. Gonna be helping out here in a little bit. I think the first instance of seeing the Bowser Dance today, which is very interesting. So, but that as we head into Whomp's Fortress with both feeds pretty synced up, I think considered, which means Karen's around 3 seconds ahead. Here we head into Whomp's Fortress with the two runners. But pretty neck and neck, pretty negligible difference between them so far. But yeah, I mean, for Karen, I mean, I'd presume there was quite a bit of confusion around the retime there. You know, lost the point, then won the point. However, I think might be buzzing getting that first point, despite, you know, the very scare that there was, missing BRJ like 5 times, almost costing. Here, Xandrey is using superior strategies to claim a little bit of a lead here in Whomp's Fortress. You know, the salt does go a long way when you can get it right, which Xandrey is good at doing. Welcome in, Tiles. Oh, welcome in, Raiders. I see it was a raid. I was tiled into Google because hello to everybody who's coming in. We don't have any alerts and stuff, so apologies for that. Either way, they both will still leave Whomp's Fortress at pretty similar times. They might even be tied if you consider in the Twitch delay. Yes, hi Texas, welcome. And thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. So here we go. Interesting movements. Will Xandrey go for it again? Xandrey last time went for flag at least. It didn't go well. Will not go for it. Interesting. Might have wanted to try it and then backed out once we saw the angle. I believe that's what occurred. Can go for perilous. There we go. Landing it. Well done. So overall, pretty well done there from Xandrey, from being able to very smoothly back out of the strat and just end up getting a pretty solid Klepto start. Here we go, it's Andrew's turn at the pillarless. Just like it's not extremely fast, but it is accurate and does get in, which helps out. But the both runners continue to be in around the same position they were in at the start. They have not really left each other. They're both waiting for the other to make the mistake, and they are both just absolutely playing great Mario right now. The mistakes are not really coming. Just a recap, Karin won race 1 by a second after retime. And now, if we keep going like this, it might happen again. They both go for different routes in Lethal Lava Land. They do not go for the same star order. The big bully is done successfully, as Andrew does red coins pretty successfully. And now Andrew going for side hop. There we go. Well done. So far, yep, both runners still on the route to perfect. They are not allowed to miss if they want to keep at it. Will one of the eggs crack the sooner rather than later? That is the interesting question. Oh, here's Andrew trying to gain some time back by using Lava Boost. Is getting it. Alright, there we go. Well done. They do it last time, if I remember correctly. It's one of those things that only saves like it doesn't save much time, but when you have such a fast time at the 14:56, you do need to rely on some of these small time saves to be able to get seconds here and there. And at that point, when you're confident, you might as well go for it. A little bit weird, Andrew ledge grabbing. The bully still gets away with it without too many issues. And all right, 8:32 and 8:37. So in general, just a little faster across the board. Karin manages to have a very tiny lead into Hazy Maze Cave. Anything and that's gone. Still needs to play absolute perfect Mario to be able to keep it. And ball jump for Karin. There we go. Gets it. Xandrey still doing something. I don't. I'm not sure what's exactly is the idea there. I'm not sure what's the strat that's being failed, because I'm presuming that's, I don't know, something's happening. I think it's some weird emergency exit. Some fast one. There we go. Lost. Did lose Andrew a few seconds. So a very good run from Andrew overall. When a 4-second time loss is what you need to point out. See upside from Karin, not bad. The GTM special. There we go. Now it's Andrew's turn on the box jump. A little off angle, didn't quite get the triple jump, and there we go. Oh, not quite reaching the start. Another tiny time loss, and you know, they do add up. One by one. You do start to slowly see and pick up. It's hard again. But I mean, look at what this exit time's about to be for Karin. It's about to be 10-1x, 10-19. Which is, again, very fast. And if Karin were to have a perfect finish, it would be a PB. Because Karin's PB is, oh my god, oh no, Mips goes the wrong way. Absolute panic. Forget about the perfectness. needs to chase him around, doesn't want to carry Mips all the way, so you need to sort of run Mips back along. Prefers to just grab him there before doing any more panic, and xandrey gets the punch grab that might just put him back in, and there we go. That's a singular mistake that's already cost it. Let's see. Oh no, punching the wall and not quite getting it. There we go. xandrey still having a little bit of trouble, just like in the last one, at finding the spot Mips needs to be. However, it doesn't seem like getting too much better in this scenario, in this department. So there you go. They have mostly been evened out again. I'm pretty sure xandrey is a little bit ahead. Yeah, around like 2 seconds. It's not as much as it does look because of feed being coming from different places. They both will be going for front up at this stage in the competition. That is what we're doing. There we go. Solidly done for xandrey. Karin's usually pretty good at it. Did get it in the first round and will be getting it now. There we go. Just crawl back that time. Still probably behind by a second, but it's very close to say they're pretty much neck and neck, all things considered. Let's see here. xandrey doing well with the full glitch. Could even let him maybe dare an ultimate. Are we trying? Oh yeah, we're trying and we're getting it as well. Most likely. Let's see if the rest of the movement's done right, and there we go. That is a big one. Take, separate, give a little bit of buffer between him and Karin, which is, however, still keeping up solid. There's cycle to keep up, which is good. And here we go. Heading into the backward long jump, xandrey was relatively good at them in race number 1. Of course, Karin had the major slip up. However, I feel like it's really tough to base it on past performance. They kind of just pressed the button. It can go wrong at any time. xandrey does have just a little bit of buffer, but even one set of missed BOJs could wrap that up, so isn't really afford to do much. And won't be missing, because that is very nice. Needs a little bit of time to actually get through the wall, but that is more than acceptable. Okay, still unable to quite get it immediately, which is significant time loss. Gets it immediately on the second try. And there's xandrey, goes into Bowser in the sky with a certain definitive lead, even more than last time. Here we go. Oh no, Karin struggling to get the 70 BOJ. xandrey going for it, the triple jump. Getting the triple jump. Not quite there. Alright, there we go. And here we have the bit stage. xandrey's already part way through it. And yeah, in fact, won't be going for a side. Knows the lead that he's in. Knows he can afford to not risk it. Needs to be careful. Either way. Karin, of course, has no better than to try it. Doesn't quite manage it. We'll be trying it again. Very good backup, all things considered. Triple jump doesn't work. There we go. All right, here we go. The throws for xandrey. If we get this, that will be good. There will be no worry about nothing. That will be 2. And ooh, a miss. It is on the 3rd throw, which is the best one if you are gonna miss a throw. You just can't really afford to miss it again. Get zapped. Really can't afford to miss it again. Okay, gets it. There we go. Okay, I missed the regrab as well, so we will be for sure fine. Okay, missed it. All right, there we go. No more chaos. No doubt in our mind with this one. Andrew with the last second 15:59. Very good run. Manages to equal it and take back the point that was stolen by the retimers. There we go. Hello. So yeah, Andrew, you have taken the second point. You have evened it out. No retime necessary with this. It was, however, in fact, a very close race. And it went pretty well. You got that last second 15. It was still all pretty close, but then you did get that ultimate that mainly, it made a difference. It was the separator. And then the BOJs went your way and all that, but like, it's mainly that. Karen's main mistake, other than the BOJs being still a little wobbly, was just, yeah, led Mips the wrong way, and that lost the main time that got Andrew back. Which is one of those annoying time losses. But it is how it goes. So I think that was that. Good Mario played, and yeah, I think we should just head into the next one because like there is like because last one was you know a long pause, so let's have a super short pause now for the next one. We'll see if Karen's ready now. We're Karen ready, so we will begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck. Hello. Just a heads up, you might be hearing background noises coming from the microphone for the next few minutes. There are people around the station, the commentary station, so you might be hearing background chitter chatter and all that stuff. So, as we head right into race 3 after getting another close race, again, Xandrey proves to be able to step up to the occasion. Karin performing a really good run. However, still having too many mistakes. And Xandrey managing to barely clutch up a 15 and get a time. Get the point. Alright, here we go. Like to skip goes well. It's a little tough to state expectations now because, like, they have both showing that they're on pretty good form. It's mainly around the little details. Xandrey, however, does for the second time today. Oh, for the third time. Oh no. Screw up the LBOJ in nearly the same way. Starts doing it and then immediately just doesn't quite get out of the door. Oh no, can't even set it up now. This could very quickly turn sour. Okay, there we go. We should be good on this one. Alright, that is a time loss that hurts the start, that's for sure. LBOJ has been a little bit of an issue today for Xandrey. It has not yet troubled Karin, which has managed to get it on every occasion without any trouble. Which is nice to hear. be having quite a significant damage. Also, a little bit of struggle in getting that Dark Road cycle, getting a ledge grab here, a little bit of an awkward landing there. And there we go, heading into Bombs Fortress. Karin's gonna be the one with the lead. A lot of Mario to go, so certainly don't count it out just yet. Mistakes, they do happen. We do not have perfection playing. We do not have the famous Mario player Taz playing here today. Of course, this race 3, when it's 1-0, it is the most important in a sense because it does dictate the pace so much. Heading into match point is a big deal. Yes, we have seen in cases. Oh no, wait, Karin didn't get the texture. Maybe too far to the left. It's gonna be some big time losses. Andrew can get Salt, which is already faster on its own. That could help him out dramatically. Let's see it. Yes, well done. Either way. Actually, no, wait. Let me see how Karin does it. Can Karin get it? There we go. All right. Well played. Well done, well done. So, even though we have seen cases of match points, of course, not working out. And I remember it was like had the triple match point that wasn't taken. Karin demanded that reverse sweep. It is still more important than not because, like, in general, when you're on match point, you might have nerves, you might screw up a bit. Okay, sure, but then you still have one race where you are more focused, when like you know what's happening, rather than when you are trailing and maybe you even do win it back. You only have one race to where the nerves of potentially winning come in. So that's the important stuff that I have been mentioning. And here we go, Karin heading into shifting sandland. Here we go. Pillarless will be attempted there. This looks possible. Yeah, in fact it is. Here we go. And Andrew, will Andrew be going for the flag eyeless? Seems like the answer is yes. Will third times be the charm on this one? Might be. Can't quite tell. Okay, there we go. Start has been grabbed. Can we get the landing? Alright, well done. That is big. That is some big stuff. You know, moment by moment, you do, of course, gain some seconds back. Regardless, which Sanji has been doing slowly but surely. After the initial LBOJ troubles, has been playing pretty perfect. Which is good stuff. And oh no, wait, what happened to Zandri? Wait, what? Oh wait, oh yeah, he must have died to pillarless. Oh no, must have done the sinking. I wasn't looking. Oh, oh no, I was checking the OBS audio levels. Oh no, that is an absolute disaster. That could not have happened. You're already behind. This bomb is also a little weird. No, that should work. Oh wait. Okay, there we go. Oh, that is an absolutely big deal. All of the time accumulated in the past few minutes just lost in that one big moment. You can't be too mad at it though, to be fair. Now you see all these people getting pillars perfectly here and there, here today and there in some other matches. However, like, it is, you sometimes do forget that it is an absolutely really difficult trick. It's just that these runners have absolutely mastered it. However, actually getting it wrong isn't really a thing that isn't fair. It's a rather fair thing that you can do. Now here, we do see them both going for the same star, but it's not because they have the same star. Again, it's Ken is a full star ahead here, which we have seen this position be lost slowly but surely. In race number 1, there was something like this, and then it got eaten up by the backwards lawn jumps, which have been so far the main point, which is going against Karin today. They usually go fine, but this has been a little bit less than fine, which in a close scenario like these past races have been, just cannot afford to happen. So it is kind of hurting. The memo bit is really, really being affected, and Ken wants to, have some safer hopes of potentially winning and making it to the grand finale, without having to play in the losers bracket. Will need to potentially somehow clean that up, figure out what was going wrong in race number 1, number 2 with the mashing, and then fix it. Here we go, already in to Hazy Mayscape. It's Karin, which goes to get it. Xandrey, as you can tell, dramatically behind by time. It is a 9:28 exit from Alifo Lavaland, which is usually fun for a regular race. However, this isn't a regular race. This is the winner's final of the Supernova 16 tournament, where only the best of the best are playing. These are the 2 runners which have not lost in the race format. Nobody managed to defeat them in straight one-on-ones and no resets. There we go. Xandrey seems to have finally been able to get that special emergency exit that was attempted in the past few races and just didn't work out, and just ended up losing in time as he went to do Rolling Rocks, which is good news. A lot of the little special Xandrey tricks have been working out quite well in this race, which hurts because, it's the race with deaths in it. And there you go. Ken going to be wrapping that up at 10:31. Not as good as some of the other HMC exits from Karin because of the little mistakes here and there. The main one was the cannonless. Alright, Mips this time going the correct direction. It is a mistake you make 1 in 100 times. So it did suck that it did happen here to Karin. Here we go. Let's see how the Mips clip goes. That might not work. Yeah, in fact, it doesn't. I was feeling it. Too far to the right. Punching the wall and all that stuff. Losing some significant time. But there we go. Punch recoil. Alright. Went fast. Xandrey getting the GTM. And Ken also struggling. Just Mips has been an absolute... it's fine because it doesn't lose that much time. But it has been the main hurting point of both runners, I'd say. I'm not quite seeing too much of a clean Mips going on here today from either of the 2 parties. So there we go, that's nice. Chip clip is landed. And now Xandrey's turn on the Mips. Well, Xandrey changed the rhetoric on the Mips. Oh my, that looks like it might happen. Are we going to be seeing a good Mips clip? With the 30-star door be good? Oh my god, alright. I have been officially disproven by Xandrey, the runner from Costa Rica. If you didn't know, that is what that flag is. Fun fact about Costa Rica, they have a flag with a emblem on it, which is very confused on which one's the official one. I'm pretty sure it's the one that I'm using, because I'm pretty sure the emblem one is apparently only allowed to be used by government or something. I don't know, there's some weird story. I read it on Wikipedia. It's pretty interesting. Here's Andrew going for the front sub. Getting it. Not bad. A little bit of lag, but we'll be going. But yet again, Karin has, so far, full control of the match. A little bit of a weird long jump. Got away with it. Could have gone wrong. And there we go. And now here, xandrey so far has had some good fire seas. Ultimate was grabbed in the last race. It was the main turning point. Oh god, a little weird from Karin. Not getting hit by Bowser there. Managed to not get hit. And there we go, xandrey might be locking in that ultimate cycle to crawl back. Valuable time. Needs to hope that the VOD, the thing that has so far not let Karin get a 15, is going to be the thing that stops him once more. However, there are many people that do say that, you know, third time's a charm. So, will it be the third time? I will have fully clean BOJs. Whereas even in the second race, yes, Andy was already ahead, but Karin did definitely lose some time to the BOJ there. Over them. Whereas Andrew did have some pretty special BOJ in that one. Let's see it. And nope, not the first try. We have some time to lose, but not too much. There we go. Alright, second try. Not the worst for sure. With this lead, we'll definitely be taking it. Needs to set up the long jump here. Screwed it up a little bit. Oh, instantaneous 70. We're right in there. At least the 70 BOJ was beautiful. xandrey just get the 51 immediately. Over yet again. It is again all fully. There is too much of a lead here for xandrey to bring back. So Karin needs to not do the mistake. Will it happen? It's Karin now. Will Karin be going for a side? What is the question? There's a little bit. I have the intrigue here. There we go. Yeah, in fact, Karin doesn't go for any side. We did see this happen a few times against Oslice. Karin just kind of had the lead, didn't want to risk it, you know, and just going for no side. It is also a thing, of course, we saw xandrey do just in the last race. So xandrey going for the side just to try to get anything back. Oh, really good ending. That is a oh no, never mind. Is that the what happened? Was that the wrong elevator stair? One of those elevator stairs that was actually wrong. Either way, Karin gets hit, but still immediately grabs Bowser and misses the throw. Okay, hold on. That is the second one. So significant time loss. Still can get away with it. Missed it again. xandrey also missed. What is happening? They will both be breaking pieces of the ground. So they are pretty much equivalent each other. Karin gets that throw just about. xandrey misses again. Karin very slow re-grab into the third throw, which is landed. And there we go. That is a very troublesome finish. But Karin locks it in. Even if it was with 16:22. Which I think the worst finish time of the day. But that's still pretty good. Well done. Hello, runners. So, Karin has taken the second point. He's now in the lead. Does now have a double match point. xandrey, I think, yeah, today, you know, the least clean run. What do you think happened? What do you think was the main issue there? Unfortunate. Yeah, it makes sense. Already behind by quite a bit to the LBOJ. I think, right? You started off behind to the LBLJ. You kind of got it back with some good stuff, but you know, even got the flag eyeless, which well, you tried a few times. However, yeah, the pillarless was kind of what got you fully behind. It does hurt. In general, there you go. Karin now in the lead, 2-1. Oh, I'll give a quick second to breathe. All right, the last give already. Benji's ready. Karin's ready. All right, race 4 will begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck. And here we go. The first run, the first match point, potentially of 2 that Karin has. Managed to win the first one by a second. This one, mistake definitely happened. Missed a throw twice. xandrey, however, of course, matched it to make sure Karin still got it. And now, heading into race 4 in a good position. I also now have a sandwich over. The bread is very crunchy. Alright, hello. Here they begin. Heading into the LBLJ. This is the main struggle point for xandrey. Today, will we be getting a clean one? No, we won't. Oh, that's out of the door in the back as well. That's that's the slowest it could possibly be. Karin not quite getting the long jump immediately, however, that'll be fine. And there we go, yet again in the lead into the LBLJ. And you're a little awkward, but gets in there. This dark core from Karin, though, has not been at maximum speed. Took a ledge grab and then some really badly positioned amps, and then not quite able to reach the platform on that occasion. It's not what you want to see. However, we'll be fine if you consider the struggles xandrey had yet again going out of the door on the lobby BOJ. And yet again, it seems like every race this is the case. But Karin just has a little bit of a lead into the fight. It's always kind of true. Not sure how it happens, but I think it's been true for pretty much every race Karin's ever done. Karin is just really good at it. Now, if you're curious, the loser of this match will be going into the very last match of the loser's bracket. the total winner of the losers LTAs will get one final 1v1 LTA with the loser of this match. And the winner of that LTA will be going back into the grand final. So it is very possible that we might have a rematch here for whoever loses this match. Xandrey, by the way, didn't quite get the salt set up, the jump. Not high enough, didn't quite clip onto the platform. Which means has to backtrack and re-get Catalyst in normal way. First time salt didn't work, and we didn't even actually get to the salt portion. It was just a movement. Very good set of outlets from both runners. Very well done. Karin a little awkward there. Accidentally. Just regular jumping instead of side flipping. And there we go, catching it up around 444. Down to 453. The gap around 10 seconds, that's it. 10, 9 seconds. Between the two runners, not much. It's a little bit, but it's not much. Not a significant amount. Pitiless for Karin. Grab the bomb. It will be doing it well. There we go. Xandrey not quite doing fly Alice this occasion. Just does a relatively fast fly ice right instead. Running up on the side. Still fast. And now Xandrey's time for Pitiless. The crazy box makes it a little more awkward. And however, it still seems like got through that hurdle and ended up with a very strong finish to the plus. Right on. For a Karin on match point, honestly, so far, not shown signs of nervous gameplay. Not showed many jitters, which is very nice. Did show, I mean, a few slight movement errors that might happen, like, you know, that wild blue. But in general, oh yeah, and the dark road. But other than that, it seems like not too worried. Mainly focused on getting the time that locks you into the grand finale, the final act of the tournament. That will be happening at some point. There's still quite a bit of loser bracket to do, which a lot of it will be tomorrow. Fun fact. LTAs occurring tomorrow. So that will be very interesting. As they both head into the full lava land. Karin with a little lead. No ground pound there from Karin on the way to do side hop. Did not hinder the actual setup itself though, still managed to get it. Xandrey Lava Boost, still successful every time. Just shows the proficiency with this strategy. From the runner with the 1456. One of the top times in the world. Anyway, sorry for the absence. We are now into Hazy Mayscape. The situation hasn't changed too much, to be honest. It is still the same. The runners are playing well. With Andrew getting a good emergency exit. Well done. Alright. Yet again, they continue to just be doing good. It's very difficult to commentate, which is good. I have to finish eating this thing. Which helps out. Karin not quite reaching the star with ease, losing around a second, and they're getting a good box jump, and everything is still going great so far, which is good. Oh, my Xandrey dying! No, screwed up the C up. Screwed up the GTM slide. That is bad. Can't leave like a 1034 or something. Oh my god. That one's a big one. Just tries it again. There we go, gets it this time, but that one will hurt quite a bit. It's not the end of the world, because it is one of those relatively quick stars. Like, you die to it, okay, sure. But when kind of so far, played with very little mistakes, and that's a very solid MIPS clip, it is a little tough. Has to keep morale high. Solid dive to get closer to the door. Cape clip. And oh my Xandrey, not quite figuring out how to get MIPS in the right spot the first time. It has been a recurring problem. Despite the fact that in the last race it was very nice, at least on 30 doors, very nice. And front up is very nice. Alright, let's go. Here we go. Zero cycle so far going well for Karin. And front up goes well for Xandrey. Alright, so their cycle went relatively well for Karin. Didn't need to do a wall jump, but that is more than acceptable. What matters is getting it before the platforms go back down. Xandrey, oh, Stiddy, not quite going to be capable of getting ultimate because of that missed time to dive, and then taking the burn there and double burn, just goes to safety. Doesn't want to risk landing to the coins. Needs to still play this one safe because it is very complicated. And with that, Karin has a very respectable lead heading into the backwards long jump, which have been the Achilles heel of today. The last one went pretty well, however, there is some time. However, if Karin can get these backwards long jump well, there is a very good chance that this might be wrapped up in 4. This is one of the big deciding moments. Here we go, heading into the BOJ. Karin goes. What will be happening? Oh my god, that is instantaneous! Absolute Legendary 50-star BOJ here. Super difficult. That is incredible. And the 70-star BOJ won't be quite as good, but will be still really nice. And here Karin goes into Bowser in the Sky with the opportunity. With a big opportunity. After a really, really nice set of BOJ, the 51 Spectacular. To potentially go to the grand final. Right here, right now. There we go. xandrey does also get up really quickly, so... Want to tell, will Karin risk any of this? No, no. Karin not risking. It is a very valid, respectable decision. xandrey is up in the level. Karin, one of the biggest lead that has had in this point in the run. xandrey trying ultimate bits. Surprisingly, the long jump works. I don't think it's ever worked for anybody in this tournament. Trying anything under the sun to get any time back. Now it's time for the throws. The throws, will it be anything? xandrey, oh my god, this bit is spectacular. However, that's one throw. Will it be two? That is two throws. And heading into the third. God, that should land. That lands. There we go. That's throw number 3. Assuming nothing crazy happens, Karin will be the player heading into the grand final. xandrey will have another opportunity in the losers bracket to reach it. 3-1 with the 15, which Karin hadn't quite been able to lock in today. Hadn't quite been able to do it. And does do it on this occasion. Huge GGs. Very, very well played. Let's hit him up. Hello, runners. So, that was a very good race. I can't lie. It was good. It was high level. Both of you played very well. It does, you know, I guess for xandrey probably does for a little bit. However, you know, there is still a losers bracket match as xandrey heads into the losers final. Between with whoever's the winner, which is a 1v1 LTA. So that will be what's happening. But me and Karin had successfully made it all the way into the final step of the journey. But the prize pool, there is no prize pool. This is entirely, this is just a tournament because it's kind of fun to play Mario, you know. We do not have the fun, sadly, to put up any sort of prize pool. So it just kind of for the fun to see competitive Mario. There aren't too many tournaments around, so you know, it's good to have some flirting around. But yeah, GG's. I guess I don't know. xandrey, do you have any comments on just, I guess, the match in general? Good race. Good races? Yeah, they were good races. They were fun. The Mario play was good. Yeah, it wasn't perfect Mario. It was good Mario in general. But, yeah. There were two 15s today. There was this one, and then there was the 1559. And then the rest are mistakes. Yeah, that LTA will be very interesting. It is a singular, like, it's a 1v1, but an LTA, which is a little bit, you know, it's a little bit different. So it'll be very curious. I guess, Yeah, Andrew, do you think you'll be able to make it? Do you think you'll be able to re to make the rematch happen? I feel like LTA sometimes do favor, the person with the faster time, and you are the person with the fastest time in the tournament, right? The fastest PB, which is that 14:56, without counting for, of course, handicaps and all that jazz. Who's selling losers? Okay, so both LTAs will be happening tomorrow. So there is Oat Slice, Sunnerd, Mickey, and Zumi on one of them. The other one is Benner, which probably can't play, so that's probably out. Physius, Raisin, and Benji. Then the winner of those goes into another LTA. The winner of that then faces you. There are definitely some good players. Physius has got good time. Raisin has, of course, been on the 14 grand. Benji's always Benji. Zumi has lately gotten a 1503, which, very a good time. It is on MU. So, losers bracket is strong. So yeah, well done to both of you. I hope you've had fun playing today. Dandry confirms that he had fun, which is good. Now we gotta figure out where to send these viewers to, don't we? There's not much. Oh wait, Pace is on? I didn't know that.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
I could just raid. Wait, is that Wait, I can't tell if that's happening. They're in like a waiting room. 12:30. What time is it? It is 12:30. What? Okay, I'll go raid speedrun because tournament to tournament, get him helping out, even if it's, of course, the biggest tournament on the land. They will probably be happening at some point. They're apparently behind schedule or something. Either way, thanks to everyone for watching. We will be back tomorrow for LTA content. Um, yeah, thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks to people who are playing. We have the first of the players that have made it all the way to the final step, Karin, the Japanese runner. And who will be the second? We'll find out in the upcoming weeks. For now, thanks everyone for watching, and goodbye.